So what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Built to Last Resto Mods. It's been a while since I actually worked on the CRX, and I've just been really busy at work. There's been lots of stuff to do, but right now with this pandemic and the coronavirus, I have a lot of downtime, so I started working on the CRX. I did a few things here and there that I didn't record. Like, I stripped down the rest of the inside, took out the rest of the wire harness. Nothing major, nothing like too out of the ordinary, and I didn't want to bore you guys by showing you the same shit over and over again. So this is where we're at now. I gotta scuff this down real nice, clean it up. It's been sitting in the dust for a while, blow it all out, and get ready for paint. So I mixed up a color. It's a straight black base coat. I have purple and blue pearl added to it. I don't have the sample card. I took it home, forgot it at home to show you what the color looks like. But if you go to my Instagram at SaxonyDA9, you'll be able to see photos of what it actually looks like on there. But by the end of this video, you should know what it looks like because we're gonna paint this baby. We're gonna start off by painting the inside first, move our way out to the outside, let all that, dry and cure overnight. And hopefully I could show you guys the painting process for this. So I've cleaned it all up. I'll kind of show you guys what's going on here. So obviously it's nice and clean in there now. I'm not removing the sound deadening material. I was going to, but it's kind of hard to get some dry ice right now to remove all that, and I don't want to do it with a heat gun. So since I'm gonna run carpet anyways, I don't think it really matters that it's there. Masked off all the brake lines. I didn't want to, brake lines and fuel lines. I didn't want to remove them all because it's just a pain in the ass. And like I said, I'm gonna run carpet, so you won't see the underside of it anyways. Even though it'll still look good after it's painted, it's just one of those things that I'm gonna pass up on. The body, obviously you guys have seen that it's all straight. I blocked it in my previous videos, so therefore that's all done, but it is full of dust. Look at that. So I gotta clean it up. It's been sitting in the shop for over a month, maybe even 2 months at this point. So it's bound to just get all filthy. Engine bay is ready, self-etching primer there. We removed the sealer just to give it a slightly cleaner look. But yeah, guys, like today is paint day and I'm pretty excited because I actually worked pretty hard to get to this point. When I first started this, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I was just like, I'm gonna build a car. Now that I've torn it apart and I've, sanded the whole thing, cleaned the whole thing up, straightened out the bodywork, this process here, which I have never done to any other car before, this process here is the most labor intensive. Man, swapping engines all day long, building engines all day long, suspension, all that all day long. This here is where there's real sweat and tears, but the final outcome is definitely worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, that's where we're at. guys, so I sanded this with 400 with the DA and the soft interface pad. I was recording it, but I didn't realize my GoPro was on time lapse, so it was kind of a waste of time. But anyways, what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna hit it with a tack cloth, get everything off. All this is primer. We're gonna seal them right now, lay a nice wet coat of sealer so we can get ready to shoot the base. I'm gonna shoot a black base coat over it before I do the black base with pearl. So yeah guys, it's basically paint time. This rear bumper isn't the best, but maybe in the future I could buy a new one and use that. But till then, this will do. So let's get this rolling. You should always spray it wet on wet. So just so you're aware, if you let the sealer dry up all the way, it will lock up on you, and you definitely don't want that because it'll reject the paint. So have you ever seen a car where the paint's just like flaking off, and if you get a compressor to it and it just flakes all off, it's because one, it either had a bad prep job, or two, they let the sealer just dry all the way and it locked it up. So we're trying not to do that because not only that, it's a waste of time, waste of paint, waste about just about everything. So we don't want that to happen. It's kind of warm out today, so I might be able to spray some base coat on while it's still wet a little bit. Like I said, I just don't want it to lock up on me, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. We're only gonna put straight black base right now. We'll do the black pearl base after we get coverage on this, so we don't waste all the black pearl base. Yeah, so let's do it. Alright guys, so it's another day. I let this dry overnight. So I'm gonna try to remove any overspray on it. I let it dry overnight, so it should be nice and dry now. Base coat, you can let dry and then spray more base coat over it, since it does have reducer and it'll kind of just like melt into it. At least that's how I grasp the idea of it. I could be wrong, but it'll open it back up and you won't have an issue. Now, sealer, you let dry, you can't spray over it anymore. You gotta sand it down again and reopen it and give it some bite, or it'll lock up on you and reject whatever base coat you're putting on it. I did have a little run right here. I had to sand it out. So I sanded it out with 800. So we're gonna get ready to spray on the black base coat. So the actual color of the car is black base coat with blue and violet pearls, for those of you wondering. There is no color code, so you just gotta mix it as you go and get it to the point where you like it. So we're gonna spray this, turn on the heater. Once again, this is an air warmer. It helps the paint lay out better. I don't know if you guys have ever sprayed paint in the cold, but it doesn't really ever work out. All right, so sprayed the doors. What do you guys think? Does that look good or does that not look good? I don't know, man. I think I could have done a better job, because I think it looks like garbage. Should have used some rattle can, because I think a rattle can would have done a finer job. Man, look at that. So we're gonna let this flash dry for about 20 minutes and give it another nice heavy coat. Well, here's the finished product, guys. Have them in the sun, baking, so they could dry up. Can't do anything with them for about another day or two. Let it fully harden up. The weather's pretty nice right now, so it shouldn't take too long, but I'm just gonna play it safe and let it fully dry. But what do you guys think? I think it came out pretty nice, huh? So that's gonna be the end of this episode. I'll probably film the next episode once I start assembling the rest of it, or at least putting the doors on and the rear bumper. But I think this actually came out pretty good, guys, and the CRX is making progress. I need to order some Hasport mounts for the K series so I could weld that bracket in and paint the engine bay. So hopefully I could have the finances for that pretty soon. It's kind of tough right now given the COVID-19, so work's a little slow. I've been off the clock, just working on my personal stuff this week. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, after all this hard work and everything, it all pays off. Just follow your passion, do what you want to do, and you know, take your time and don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Anybody can paint, you can do it yourself. I think if you think you could do it, try it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out. That's kind of how I worked. That's kind of how I learned how to work on cars. I had back when I was about 16, so this was about 15 years ago or so, I had a blown head gasket on my Civic that I bought. I didn't know, you know what I mean? I didn't know better. I just wanted a Civic, so I bought a Civic. It was a 96 Civic Coupe. Beat the shit, ran down, but I was super excited to have it. It ended up having a blown head gasket, and I found that out like 2 days later, and I couldn't afford a mechanic. So you know what I did? I tore it apart, swapped out the head gasket, and it worked out. So worst case scenario, if it didn't work out, I would have to take it to get repaired anyways, but luckily it did work out. And yeah, man, just do it. Just try, you know what I mean? If you don't try, and if you're scared, you're never gonna learn how to do this stuff. And it's one of those things that I always encourage people to do something they're afraid of doing, because it might not be as bad as you think it is. As long as you have some common sense and some common knowledge, you could end up doing something like this. Like I said, I'm not a painter. I don't do that for a living. I work at a body shop. I do estimates, but I definitely don't paint cars, and I don't do body work. but after having a little bit of practice and watching everybody, I kind of got the hang of it, and so far so good, guys. You know what I mean? I'm pretty proud of this. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, share if you can, get the word out there, you know, that the CRX is looking good, and I think it's gonna be one of the best things out there. I can't say it's gonna be the best thing out there because I'm no Riotwire or BC Moto or anything like that, but for someone that's just doing it on their personal spare time, I think this is coming out pretty fucking tits. So yeah, thanks guys, see you on the next episode.